We have no time for this, Furion. What are we doing out here?
Last night in a dream, a great raven spoke to me and summoned me to this place.
We were summoned here as well.
Who are you, Outlanders?
I am Thrall, son of Duratan, war chief of the Horde.
And I am Jaina Proudmoore, leader of the human survivors of Lordaeron.
You are not welcome here.
Peace, priestess. They've come to aid you against the Legion.
It was you in my dream. But who are you to make such an offer to us?
I am the reason for the Legion's return. Years ago, I brought the orcs into this world, and by doing so, I opened a path for the demons as well. For my sins, I was murdered by those who I cared for most. Despite my death, war raged across the lands of the East for many long years, leaving entire kingdoms devastated in its wake. Now, at long last, I have returned to set things right. I am Medivh, the last guardian. I tell you now, the only chance for this world is for you to unite in arms against the enemies of all who live.
I'm sorry I'm late. It's just as we feared. Archimonde and his Doomguard are making their way towards the summit. He'll be here any moment.
10,000 years ago, we Night Elves defeated the Burning Legion. Though the rest of the world was shattered, we were left free to live out our immortal lives in peace, bound to the World Tree. We are its protectors, and through it we were granted immortality and power over nature. Now, at last, it is time we gave that power back.
You realize that we will age as these mortals do. Our powers over nature will wane in time.
If pride gives us pause, my love, then perhaps we have lived long enough already. I will proceed to the summit and prepare our defenses there. Whatever comes, my love, remember, our bond is eternal.
Hear me, Night Elves. The time for reckoning has come.
If you can provide our bases with support and keep us from being overwhelmed, Thrall and I will delay Archimonde's ascent.
Your plan is a bold one, girl. Perhaps I have misjudged you, Outlanders. May Elune shine upon you.
To arms, my brethren. To arms, brave orcs and humans. Twilight falls, and the enemy awaits. Anudora.
Ashrathoraman. Immediately.
Has sleep dulled my senses? Something is amiss.
Where shall I strike? My path is
Ashrathoraman.
clear.
What threatens these lands? The land and I are one.
Priestess Tyrande. The undead have begun to construct a new settlement. It won't be long before they start attacking our allies.
Has sleep dulled my senses? Ashtherodalador. Torfala Nordora. Anudora.
The goddess calls.
How dare you! Something is amiss. Press the attack! Ashtherodalador. Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman.
I'm awake.
The undead are attacking. Send help.
Our allies' town needs help.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune.
I await your command.
The goddess calls. So be it.
The land
By
and I
Elune.
are one.
Immediately. By Elune.
Research finished.
So be it. Anudora! I heed
Has
the voice of
sleep
Elune.
dulled my senses?
Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds?
At once.
Research finished. Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of Elune. As the goddess wills. Ashrathoraman.
Research finished.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Your building is complete. Research finished.
Someone threatens the wilds? By Elune.
Washiwa, Washiwa.
Our allies' town
Ashrathoraman. So be it. As the goddess wills. I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls.
What threatens these lands?
I heed the voice of Elune. Immediately. As the goddess
Research
wills.
finished.
By
The
Elune.
land and I are one.
Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. So be it.
Something is amiss.
Our allies' town needs
For
help.
Kalimdor.
Research finished.
Ashtherodalador.
Someone threatens the
Something
wilds.
is amiss. Kalimdor.
I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I
The
are
goddess
one.
calls. Indeed, Rethad. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds.
Research finished.
I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss.
By Elune.
My strength is yours. Where shall I strike? My strength is yours.
Our time is now.
The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wilds.
The land and I are one.
Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Someone threatens the wall. I beat the
Research
voice. The goddess. As the goddess wills.
Threatens these lands.
Someone threatens the wall. By Elune. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I are one.
As the goddess wills.
Something is amiss. It shall be done.
The goddess wills. Ashathoraman. Someone threatens the wall.
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashathoraman.
Of course. Anudora. Of course.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashathoraman. The goddess
As sleep dulled my senses.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashathoraman. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I
Someone threatens the
are one.
wall.
Something is amiss.
Immediately.
As sleep
goddess.
dulled my senses.
Ashathoraman.
I stand ready.
Someone threatens the wilds. So
Research
be it. Ashathoraman. Someone threatens the wild.
Our time is short.
Immediately. By Elune.
My strength is yours.
The land and I are one.
The goddess calls. Ashathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice
The
of
land
Elune.
and I are one.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the
What
wild.
threatens these lands?
The goddess calls. So be it.
Your move.
Ashathoraman.
Something is amiss.
Anudora. My path is clear.
Someone threatens
Research
the wild.
finished.
Where shall I strike?
I heed the voice of Elune.
Insufficient
The
gold.
goddess calls. Ashathoraman. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls.
By the great
The
wind.
sleeper has awakened.
By Elune. Ashathoraman.
As sleep dulled my senses.
Someone threatens the wild.
Threatens these lands. As sleep
goddess.
dulled my senses.
Ashathoraman.
The land and I are one.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
As sleep dulled my
goddess
senses.
So be it. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
Research finished.
Someone threatens the wild.
What threatens these lands?
Asher Thoraman.
The land and I are
Someone
one.
threatens the wild.
Our allies' town needs
I
help.
heed the voice of the wind. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of the wind.
Insufficient gold.
Someone threatens the wild. I heed the voice of Elun. So be it, as the goddess wills.
I stand ready.
Someone threatens the wild.
Let's get going. Are we being invaded?
The sleeper has awakened.
Has sleep
Asher
dulled my
Thoraman.
senses?
Someone threatens the wilds. Immediately.
Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? For Kalimdor, what threatens
I'm
these
listening.
lands?
Waiting on you.
The land and I are one. Ashtherodanador. Anudora. For Kalimdor. Ashtherodanador.
The
Our
goddess calls.
allies' town needs help.
So be it.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Once.
Someone threatens the wild. I heed the voice of
Dulled my senses. For Kalimdor.
Someone threatens the wild. I heed the voice of the wind.
Anudora.
Your man.
The goddess calls. Immediately.
The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Our warriors
I heed
have
the
engaged
voice of
the
the
enemy.
wind. Asher Thoraman.
What threatens these lands? Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls. Asher Thoraman.
Insufficient
Goddess
gold.
calls. Someone threatens the wilds.
The land and I are one. Anudora.
I stand ready.
Out with it.
I heed the voice of Elun. Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls.
Our allies' town needs help.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds. Asher Thoraman. I heed the voice of the wild.
The land and I
Asher Thoraman.
Our
Someone
warriors
threatens the
have
wild.
engaged the enemy. Research finished.
The goddess calls.
is amiss.
I heed the voice of the wind. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of the wind.
I stand
I am
ready.
prepared.
As the goddess wills.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wild.
The sleeper has awakened.
Ashrathoraman.
Out with it. I am prepared.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds?
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The sleeper has awakened.
The land and I are one.
Research
Once. The new Durant.
I hear the voice of the wind.
our allies' town needs help.
Someone threatens the wilds? By a loon.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls. I hear the voice of the wind.
The land and I are one. The land and I are one.
The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Where shall I strike?
Someone threatens the wilds?
Our time is short.
The goddess calls.
The sleeper has
I hear the voice
Is
of a loon.
amiss.
The goddess calls.
The land and I are
I
one.
hear the voice of a loon. So be it, as the goddess wills. Immediately,
Has sleep dulled my senses?
the goddess calls.
The land and I are one.
Our allies'
Hush
town.
the dark.
Someone threatens the wilds?
Ah, the great outdoors.
I hear the voice of a loon.
The land and I are one.
Someone threatens the wilds? I hear the
Threatens these lands.
My strength is yours. Yours.
Ashrathoraman.
Ah, the great
The
outdoors.
goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls.
Our allies'
I
town.
hear the voice of a loon. Someone threatens
Our
the
warriors have engaged the enemies.
Threatens these lands. The land and I are one.
wilds. By a loon. Someone threatens the wilds?
Has sleep dulled my senses?
The
The
goddess
sleeper
calls.
has awakened.
As the goddess wills.
What threatens these lands?
Ashrathoraman.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls. So be it. I hear the voice of a loon. Hinduli Retha.
Let the killing begin.
Ashrathoraman.
Enlighten me.
Where shall I strike? My path is clear.
I hear
Our
the voice
The
allies'
of a
town
loon.
sleeper
needs
has
help.
awakened.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of
Our
a loon.
allies' town needs help.
By a loon. As the goddess wills. So be it.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
I am
Our
prepared.
time is short. A new
Someone
Durant.
threatens the wild. As the goddess
the great
wills.
outdoors. Our allies' town needs help.
The goddess
An
calls.
allied champion has fallen.
So be it.
Our allies' town
Heed
needs
the
help.
voice of a loon.
Has sleep dulled my
The
senses?
goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
Awakened.
The goddess
What
calls.
threatens these
Enlighten
lands?
me. No one shall be the wiser.
What is nature's call? Our allies' town needs help.
You are very brave to stand against me, little human. If only your countrymen had been as bold, I would have had more fun scouring your wretched nations from the world.
Is talking all you demons do?
Show yourself! Or do you intend to have mortal girls do all your fighting for you?
Our allies' town needs help. Priestess, the undead have constructed a new settlement. They are mustering new forces to send at us. Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Where shall I strike?
Someone threatens the wilds? As the goddess wills.
The land and
Our
I are
allies'
one.
town needs help.
Has sleep dulled my senses? It shall be done. Anudora. For Kalimdor. It shall be done.
Inventory is full.
For Kalimdor. Ashtherodanador.
Ashrathoraman. By Elune.
What threatens these lands?
My strength is yours.
Hi! Is there trouble?
I stand ready.
Ah, the
I
great
heed the voice of
outdoors.
Elune.
Hi!
The land
goddess
and I
calls.
are one.
Is there trouble?
Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds?
Something is amiss.
Immediately. I heed the voice of Elune.
Our allies' town needs help.
I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds? I heed the voice of Elune.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Ashrathoraman.
The land and I are one.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds? The goddess calls. I hear the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds?
Where shall I strike?
I heed the voice of Elune.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Research finished.
Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
My path is clear.
I heed the voice of the land. The
Our
goddess
allies' town needs help.
The land one.
Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of the land. The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
We're under attack! Send reinforcements, quickly!
So be it. Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. Immediately. The goddess calls.
Anudura. My path
I
strength
heed the
is
voice of
yours.
Elune.
Let the killing begin.
Create more moonwells.
Who do you want to kill? I do
Goddess
it.
calls. Someone threatens the wilds.
Our allies' town
Where
needs
shall I
help.
strike?
Research.
Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elune.
Our warriors have engaged.
Of course.
Our allies' town needs help.
My strength is yours.
Goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
Has dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds.
Something is amiss. The land and I are one.
What you want?
I heed the voice
You
of
want
Elune.
axe?
Ashrathoraman.
The sleeper has awakened.
Something is amiss. Threatens these lands.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild.
Amiss.
Ashrathoraman.
I'm awake. I'm awake. At once. My path is clear.
Your mana is depleted.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of the wild.
Of course.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild.
Our time is short. At once. Of course.
The goddess calls.
Where shall I strike? My path is clear.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman.
Our time is short.
Ah, the great outdoors.
The goddess calls.
Has dulled my senses. The land and I are one. For power.
Someone threatens the wilds? Ashrathoraman. Immediately.
What threatens these lands?
Someone threatens the wilds? I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I are one.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Ashrathoraman.
Something is amiss.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Hi!
Do you want axe?
Ashrathoraman.
Are we being invaded?
Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman.
This town needs help.
Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune.
What threatens these lands?
I'm awake. I'm awake. Strength
Someone
is
threatens the
yours.
wilds. The goddess calls.
Our time is short.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Someone threatens the wild.
Something is amiss.
I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wild. I heed the voice of Elune.
One.
Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wild.
Threatens these
Ashrathoraman.
Our warriors have
goddess
engaged the enemy.
Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wild.
the land
Ashrathoraman.
and I
What
are
is
one.
nature's call?
The
Gladly.
goddess calls.
Let the killing begin. Let the killing
Someone threatens the
Reaper
wild.
has awakened.
Create more
I heed the voice of Elune. As the goddess wills.
What you want?
Someone threatens the wild.
My strength is yours.
Ashrathoraman. So be it. By Elune. The goddess calls.
What you
So
want?
be it.
Create
The
more
sleeper
moon.
has
I heed the
awakened.
voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wild.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wilds.
Do you want axe?
Ashrathoraman. By Elune. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
Is there trouble? What is nature's call? Hi!
Our gold mine is running low.
Someone threatens the wild.
Our allies' town needs help.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Ashrathoraman.
Has
Someone
sleep
threatens the
dulled my
wild?
senses? The land and I are one.
Anudora. At once. The sleeper has awakened. Anudora. My path is clear.
The goddess calls.
Where shall I strike? At once.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Our warriors
Our
have
allies'
engaged the
town
enemy.
needs help.
Ashrathoraman. I So someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman.
Our gold mine has collapsed. Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Treant may not.
Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman. The goddess.
The land and I are one.
Someone threatens the wild.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Is there trouble?
I heed the voice of Elune.
My strength is yours. My strength is yours. Where shall I strike? I'm awake. I'm awake.
Let the killing begin. Let the killing begin.
Someone threatens the wild. The goddess. Someone threatens the wild. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of the wind. Someone threatens the wild.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls.
My strength is yours. My path is clear. Anudura. At once. Where shall I strike? Our time is short. Anudura.
Your mana is depleted. Your mana is depleted.
My strength is yours.
Are we being
Where
invaded?
shall I
Mana
strike?
is depleted.
I heed the voice of Eluna.
As sleep dulled my
The
senses.
goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the
What
wild.
threatens these lands? Has sleep dulled my
I heed the
senses?
voice of Eluna.
Your bills
I heed the voice of Eluna. Someone threatens the wild. Immediately.
Anudora.
The goddess
Threatens these lands.
by Elune. Immediately. Ashrathoraman by Elune. Someone threatens the wilds.
The sleeper has awakened.
The goddess calls.
My strength is yours.
Ashrathoraman.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Something is amiss.
My path is clear.
Come, you night elves! Where is the fire and the passion with which you fought so long ago?
Threatens these lands.
Someone threatens the wild. The goddess calls.
It shall be done.
Someone threatens the wild.
Once threatens these lands. As sleep dulled my senses. Archimon's victory here has made him overconfident. He will not see the trap that I laid for him until it is too late.
The way to the World Tree is clear. Witness the end, you mortals. The final hour has come.
The Outlanders held him back as long as they could. Were you successful in planning the summit's defense?
Yes. Now our victory is assured.